And I want to share one just quick story that has absolutely nothing to do with, well, it does have something to do with something, but not much to do with anything. Talking about liability and your obligation as a teacher, there are lots of different ways that you're accountable. Of course, you know, you're accountable to students, and you're accountable to parents, you're accountable to the school for the job that you do. Although we don't have the kind of accountability maybe the public schools do in certain ways with academic progress, we still feel accountable. Well, years ago, I was probably in my second or third year as a headmaster. I was very young and pretty inexperienced, and we had a sick day policy in our school and a personal day policy. You know, I think we had 5 sick days and then 2 personal days, and you could take a personal day whenever you wanted to, take a sick day whenever you wanted to. Just, you know, that was your call. So I got a call one morning from a young lady. I didn't get the call, but my secretary did, and she was an elementary teacher, taught the 3rd grade, and she'd already used her 2 personal days, so she called in and said she was sick and needed a substitute. Well, the Canton Flea Market was taking place that day, and I was always a little suspicious. This is in the Jackson metropolitan area. And, but anyway, you know, I said, well, if she's sick, let's find a substitute, let's get her in here, and let's keep going. Gotta do what we gotta do. So we got a substitute in, went through the day. The next morning, on the front page of the Clarion Ledger, this girl's picture was taken at the Canton Flea Market. And I mean, there she was, big, right on the front page. Well, she came in boo-hooing in my office the next morning and said, I messed up. And I said, you really did. I said, you know, they're board members and there are other faculty members and their parents, and, you know, so we're accountable in a lot of different ways. Now, what are the odds that she would get her picture out of all the thousands of pictures at the Canton Flea Market? They picked her at a booth buying something. So you never know, but accountability comes in a lot of different ways. That's my point. Okay.
Next, I hope y'all have physical education at your school. If your physical education probably is going to be like within your curriculum, but what we do at MRA, and Sue Neville does at Trinity Preschool, what we do is we take all of our children. My whole deal is for parents to spend time together when they get home. Instead of running to karate and running to ballet and running to kinder tots or whatever activity that you have, piano, I offer that, since they are with me sometimes till 3 o'clock or until 6 o'clock, I offer the best of the best. I offer everything that you take your child to, I offer it at MRA at an additional cost. It's called extracurricular activities. So I have Metropolitan Ballet that comes in and does ballet with the girls, and they have a recital with the other children. So this helps out the parents, and it is also ministering to families are important. And we know that they run to baseball with their little brother, with their bigger brothers at night and all that. So I really try to do what I can to keep families together at night. So that might be an idea for you to do in the afternoon. Well, Amy is Stretch and Grow, and Sue uses her at Trinity Preschool. And I think she goes to all different schools doing this program. It's called Stretch and Grow. Amy is also my child's next door neighbor. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Amy.
Okay, my name is Amy MacArthur, and I'm the owner of Stretch and Grow, a children's fitness program. We go into daycares, preschools, elementary schools all around the Jackson area. We're a franchise, so we're actually worldwide, but my territory is the Jackson area. So I do that. I'm also a registered dietitian, so I do a lot of nutrition counseling. I see a lot of children and adults. I focus a lot on families. I see it but we all pretty much live as a family, and so it's kind of hard for part of the family to eat one way and part of the family to eat the other way, so I really focus a lot on families. I focus mainly on weight management, and when I say weight management, that in a lot of cases is weight loss. Lots and lots of people, of course, want to lose some weight, but it's also managing your weight. If you are, I see a lot of underweight people, I see a lot of eating disorders, so it's managing your weight from whatever direction you're coming from. A lot of people come to me just to maintain their weight and live a healthy lifestyle. They just want to know how to eat better, how to feed their families better. So anyway, I do that too. I have a new blog, so if you want some free advice on how to feed your family in a healthy way, it's kind of new, so I don't even have that on my cards or on the information yet, but it's dietitianmom.com. It's new, dietitian mom.com. And I apologize for not having enough handouts. I didn't estimate very well. So if there's some of you who are from the same school that can kind of look on, if you could do that and give it to some that might not have gotten some, I apologize. I just didn't estimate very well.
Also, the website's on there.
Yeah, the website's on there too. It's stretchandgrowfit.com. And my phone number's on that paper too. I do have some, sorry. The blog address is dietitianmom.com. It's DIETITIAN. A lot of people misspell dietitian. MOM.com. So anyway, those are all the things that I do. And with everything that I do, I focus on health and wellness. I mean, with Stretch and Grow, we do that. With all my counseling, I do that because everything, it all comes down to health and wellness and living a healthy lifestyle and preventing these disease conditions that are so much more prevalent now than they used to be. So I'm going to talk to you about all those things and how we can make things better for ourselves and for our kids, both at home and the kids that you teach every day, because y'all are with those kids so much during the day that y'all have so much influence on them, so y'all can really train them, and that's what Stretch and Grow is about, and a lot of what I do is about. It's starting when kids are young and training them, because kids are trained, and we train them. Whether you want to think that you do that or not, we train them, parents train them, and we're role models. Whether you want to be or not, you're a role model, and they're going to do what you do and what you tell them to do. So anyway, we're going to talk more about that, but I want to start off with a warm-up, and we're going to warm up the same way we do in Stretch and Grow. So, and I saw some of you leaving a while ago shivering, so I'm going to warm you up a little bit, so maybe you won't be quite so cold. I won't work you too hard. But anyway, can you stand up where you are? Can you push your chairs? I think my microphone cord is long enough that I can do this. Got some space on either side? Alright, now I normally do this with children. It's a little bit different when I do it with adults, but we're going to start off doing something called the Stretch and Grow stretch. We do this at the beginning and the end of every class, and so just follow me. It's really simple. We start with our hands right here, and we say, we stretch, stretch, and grow! Then we put our hands here. It's good for us, we know. Then we're going to squat and say, we exercise and eat what's wise. And then we're going to do the beginning again. We stretch, stretch, and grow. Good job, good job. Okay, now we're going to do one of our warm-ups. Usually our warm-ups are done to a story, sometimes a song. So I've got a story for you today. And this story is called The Big Bird That Couldn't Fly. This big bird couldn't fly, and he doesn't understand why he can't fly. So, here's the story. Once upon a time, there was a great big bird. I'll show you how big that bird was. Great big bird that couldn't fly. And every day, he would look up in the sky. Can y'all look up? Stretch your neck. He would look up, and he would see all those birds that they're flying. And he would wonder, do your shoulders up? He would wonder, why are all those birds that they're flying? And I'm down here? He didn't understand. And then he would squawk. He likes to squawk. So this is how we're going to squawk. We're going to go squawk, 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 squawk.